and then we're going to fast forward into the off season. The little small things that we probably need to really take a real good look at as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys defensive wise, and hopefully we can find some offensive players too. Like I said, we know Terrence Williams is gone, right? We understand that there's a lot of troubled waters with Cole Beasley. So those are things that we're really going to have to look at during the offseason. But I would like to start off by saying we got to jump into this David Irving situation. He said that he had no off-the-field issues last year. Yeah, we did know that there were some drug tests that he did not report for, and there was some training camp things that he couldn't attend because he had to go through the off season. Remember, he had to go through that last year of all season of handling those situations. So let's take a look at this right here. I'm just going to read what B_381 said. We need you back on the squad, buddy. Yes, S stuff happened. He said not off the field, but honestly, haven't seen a defensive tackle wreck offenses like you do. I hope they give you a chance to prove that you can make a comeback and help these boys succeed. And then David Irving, he followed up by saying, thank you. And then he gave him the praise symbols. But realize, he said, I had 0 off the field issues this year. The funny part is I was forced not to be on the facility by a certain staff member. I wonder who that staff member is, right? And then he says, now this guy is just as controversial as I am. So I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. This is David Irving. This is David Irving words that he had 0. I had 0 off the field issues. Now, all I can say is I just hope that the kid can get his mind set together and understand that football is a privilege to play in this sport. It's hard enough to be a part of the game, and then you also have to deal with the politic aspect of it. And we already know. We already know with David Irving, we saw how the Cowboys were coming together, right? We can only imagine if they had David Irving out there on the field, right? But let me play devil's advocate. Let me say that, what if David Irving was telling the truth, right? What if everything he was saying is saying, okay, first of all, I didn't have no issues with my baby mama. That was all speculations. Those drug tests that was missed, it was not because of me. It's because I had court sessions and I could not attend those particular sessions, right? And then on top of that, it was all Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett not wanting me to be out there on the field. Let's just say that he was telling the truth about that. What in the hell would this make any sense, right? Why would this make any sense? Think about this. We saw the growth factor with Randy Gregory. And we saw some goodness out of Antoine Barbecue Woods, but Antoine Barbecue Woods is not no David Irving. And then we also saw the D-Laws of the world flying out to the edge. Man, oh boy, oh man, if we'd have had David Irving out there, man, whew. Talking about some turnovers and takeaways, that's what he will be able to exhibit out there. He will be able to exude that type of pressure into the inside, and the quarterbacks be running for their life. But this kid couldn't get his mind together, but he was saying to himself that he was held back. It was not for him, it was for the staff, the one particular coaching staff. Now, I will say this, maybe whatever type of libations he was doing, it changed his mindset, and he was saying like, look, hey, I cannot be out here on the field because of the staff, and I really want to be out here. But we already know that the end game was already there. The kid just didn't want to play sports. He was doing commercials, he was doing this and that, and we already know. Previously, if you click on his profile, if you click on his website or what have you, or his Instagram page, he will say that, hey, I had a high ankle sprain. It was hard for me to overcome, but I'm willing and ready to come back now. Not a good look, David. Not a good look. All I can do is from here and say maybe David Irving was right, right? I will give him the right on this aspect. Maybe he was right. Let's go back and read this again. I had 0 off the field issues this year. See, David Irving playing mind games with us. He talking about 2019. He ain't talking about 18. Maybe he's talking about 2019. He had no off the field issues. He was ready to come back. He's ready to get locked, loaded, and ready to play. Remember, he's saying, thank you, but realize I had 0 off the field issues this year. Meaning 2019. The kid don't know what year he's in. So maybe that's the scenario. Maybe that's what's going on right now. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. Hey, and then also in other news, my guy Stello said, I believe he got to give Irving another shot. This is all from my Discord, man. Really appreciate everybody. He said, life is not fair to anyone. Everyone has a hardship that must overcome. When that happens, you become a better person. And when you can be the best going through the adversities, I guess. But it is what it is, Stellos. I feel what you're saying, man. Everybody got to go through the gauntlet and the trials and tribulations of life, right? And it's all about how you shake it off and stand on top of it. I believe in all those good things. And what happened here is once you stand up on top of life, you become harder, you become better. It knocks out and remove all of the impurities and things like that. But David Irving had times and times and times and times and times and times again, chances after chances. And one can argue the fact that his talent alone made people turn a blind eye. So now it's the end of the road. It's the end of the road. And hopefully he can land on his feet. But it's one of those things. Shout out to you all. Thank you all for tuning in to the nation. Want to say this. Jerry Jones on Jason Garrett. He said he have real trust with Jason Garrett. He said not fake trust. He said he has real trust with Jason Garrett. Jerry Jones is comfortable letting Jason Garrett enter the final year of his contract, as he said, comfortable as a long-term security. Of course, Cowboys owner said this right here. What he's saying is that collectively, I believe in Jerry Jones, and I believe in Jason Garrett. And one time before, I did the same thing before, and I'm going to do it again. And hopefully Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett are right about the situation of giving him one more year. But we will see, man. Life, yes, Rue Clock, appreciate you for tuning in. He said, I know the kid, what year. The kid doesn't know what year he's in. He don't, man. Thomas Berg, man, appreciate you for tuning in on the Periscope. Guys, don't forget, Cowboys Experience. You guys want to get out to the games. The sponsorship with Cowboys Experience is beyond. Let me tell you guys about this right quick before I roll on out of here. You guys love to go to the Cowboys game. And you guys love to be able to be around and close to players. And not just that, especially you want to be able to go to the game with affordable pricing, right? Affordable pricing, this is all allowed by Cowboys Experience. Not just going to the game, but the total package of experience. Going out to the actual stadium is one thing. Field level access is another. But being able to be close by in the mix of the players like me, Vaj Lombardi, Big Game James, and Mark Holmes, guys, we have that access. All you got to do is click the link in the description box. Cowboys Experience, check them out. Be there or be square. Just don't meet me there, beat me there. What's up, man? Appreciate you loving Aries. Really, really, really do. She says, I want him to come back, though. That's loving Aries 23. I think that bridge is gone now, especially after making this statement right here. Let me see where he says, now this guy is just as controversial as I am. As soon as he made that statement, the door has been shut. It got some locks on it, up and down that frame, and he is not welcome back. They threw away the key. They did, man. But this is the thing. One can argue the fact that Dez Bryant had the same communications. Terrell Owens had the same communications. Patrick Creighton had the same communications. Who else? Of course, Greg Hardy, he had the same type of talk track. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Grandma used to say, and old pops used to say, Not everybody's lying on you, so somebody's telling the truth. And in some point, in some factors, I just think that that this staff is not able to handle somebody with that type of temperament. And that's just my thought. That's just my opinion. You guys let me know. I think that his type of temperament is just beyond us. And the kid got a lot of demons going on in his mind. I just wish that he can get those things corrected. Trust me, we can look at the talent aspect and say, man, this guy is lights out. He's amazing. We would love to have him on our squad. But I really do believe deep down in my heart that he got some issues going on. We all want David Irving. We want him to be a part of this thing. We do. But it ain't happening, right? Let's figure out who else we can go out there. Grab. Remember, I'm saying in the draft, we go get a defensive tackle, somebody inside, and work our way out. And then that Earl Thomas, make me want to dance up out of here, man. If we get him, it will be real deal. It will. Really appreciate you all, man. We're going to get this thing back one way or another, Cowboy Nation. We're going to double it back up. We're going to get this thing back into the mix. All it takes, one more explosive guy on the offense. What that explosive guy can do, it will help out the Ezekiel Elliott's of the world, right? It would actually help out the Amari Coopers of the world. Somebody take a 0 to 60 real quick. Yes, that would help us out tremendously. If we get a playmaker on the ball, man, it's going to be medieval. Oh, speaking of playmakers on the ball, later on tonight, boy, I compiled and I got a whole series of my brother from another mother, no other, don't look like Danny Glover, Earl Thomas's of the world. I got Earl Thomas highlight reel coming out tonight, man. Really appreciate you all, man. Yes, Joshua Whitlock said, hey, he sounds delusional. Yeah. Hers, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Sheila Neal in the mix. What's up? JJ, Trilla, thank you, man. Preach. I'm going to try, man. Yes. Don't forget, guys, hit that like button. Share this content. Sub it up. Let's sub it up, baby. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Don't forget to grab your coffee. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. It is what it is at this point. We still going to jam back into this thing. All we got to do is just take one off-season day at a time, right? Let that relax on your mind as you sip on your hot cup of coffee. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's ride on out. Salute. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. We're out. Morning. Be productive today, baby. Cowboy Nation, I got one more thing that I gotta say to you all. How about them Cowboys? Salute. We're out. Peace.